YouTube, what is good, man? Absolutely crazy past week of trading. And I thought I would do a full trade recap on pretty much all of the trades that we took this week. I believe we had 2 losses this week. And yeah, man, some very solid trades. We had a couple overnight swings in there. And, very successful week. Overnight swings, intraday trades we also took. And 2 losses were only signaled out to our premium Discord out of the entire week. So yeah, man, let's hop right into it. If you guys don't know, I do have a Discord community with over 3,000 members in it, and I do live trade and signal every single trade that I take to my premium Discord. And all of these trades that you are about to see, of course, were signaled out to the team, and there was only 2 losing signals out of the entire week, fellas. So without further ado, let's jump right into it, boys. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, but hey, kick back, man, grab a snack, grab something to drink, and just chill, enjoy, take notes if you feel like. And boys, let's lock in, man. Today's Sunday, by the way, so markets are closed. And yeah, man, so as you guys can see, every single entry has pretty much the same parameters and the same model. Okay, this is the beauty of dialing in your strategy. Okay, and trading the same exact strategy every single day, you get consistent results, right? You get consistent results when you are consistent with your rules and your trading strategy. And for me, bro, I've been trading NQ for the past 3 years. Same exact strategy, same exact risk parameters, same exact trading rules. And as you guys can see, that is how I stay so consistent in the markets. So yeah, these were pretty much all of our trades. Like I said, we did have 2 losses, but they technically, like, the losses, well, one of the losses was just a straight loss, but then one of the losses stopped us out and then literally went all the way back up, and we got in for a re-entry. So loss, it was still a loss, but it was still like very good analysis. And as you guys can see, this was the last trade on Friday, ended up being the low of the entire week. Look at this major sell-off, and we just blindly catch the blind reversal on a major sell-off on Friday, right? So, obviously what the fuck I'm trading and what the fuck I do makes it works. So you should really listen up, because I'm literally dropping free ass game for y'all boys, and it's really just up to y'all to like lock in and pick up certain areas here. And if you guys don't want to, bro, be a signal bot and join the Discord. So yeah, man, as you guys can see, those were all the trades from this week. And yeah, we're just gonna start off, and we're gonna look at the overall market sentiment, right? So that's always the first thing to do whenever you step into a new week. So boys, last week Trump won the elections, right? And he won the election, so all the markets literally priced in his presidency. So all the markets literally just blasted off. So when price is moving like this, right, it's literally in one direction, and you're not seeing any major pullback, any major retracement down, then you will eventually see that retracement come into play at some point. So as we can see, major pump into our last trading week. And then what do we see the entire week up here, boys? What do we see the entire week up here? Accumulation, a fat accumulation, right? Just straight accumulation, literally the entire week until Thursday. Like, we didn't see any breakout to the downside until literally Friday. So yeah, we saw a lot of accumulation, and I signaled to the team, hey, I am bearish for the week. I would love to see price retrace back down before we can continue on this uptrend and on this buy momentum because of this Trump election. So I was bearish coming into the week, especially since we had so much accumulation up at these highs, and this is all-time highs, by the way. So I was looking for this thing to, make a retracement back down. So basically, we swept the all-time highs on NQ this week, and then we started a large consolidation for literally 4/5 of the entire week. And, we walked into Friday, we saw a little bit of pre-market dump already. And yeah, just overall, just had a bearish bias on the week, right? So I'm just going to leave it at that. And as we can see, this was the all-time high level that we put in. Excuse me. Okay. So this was the all-time high that got put in place. And as you guys can see, we kept on making higher highs here. Like, we kept sweeping these highs and then making a move down, sweeping these highs, retracing down. But then finally, on this final sweep above, we saw very strong seller step in, which is a good sign, right? And on this, we had break of structure internally. We had this break of structure internally, and which means like we swept this low right here. We swept this low right here, and we have strong displacement below, right? Displacement, what I mean by that is market it's not a sweep, right? It's actually a displacement. So it's not like a little bit of, it's not a little break down below this low. No, it's a very strong break below. So making that displacement. And on this displacement move to the downside, we left behind an hourly SIBI right here. So what I went ahead and do was take out my rectangle tool on TradingView, mark out the fair value gap here on the hourly, mark out the consequent encroachment, which is the equilibrium midpoint of the fair value gap here. And I go ahead and mark it as 1 hour SIBI. And as you guys can see, that level comes into play later in the week, but it's still a very valid level. And crazy thing is that ended up being the very high of the entire week. And in usual swoosh trading fashion, bro, look at how precise our entry was there. We literally top ticked it perfectly. So yeah, man, that was one of the trades that we took today. Was off that hour, or sorry, within the week, was off that hourly SIBI that was left behind on Monday's displacement move to the downside after we swept those all-time highs, which also had break of structure. And yeah, we did a lot of accumulating. So I was, still expecting this thing to come back up into this level eventually. I ended up hitting during Wednesday's PM session, which this trade was called out live to literally, I think there was 2,000 people trading with me live on Wednesday. Sorry, there was like 2,100, 2,200 plus people that, traded with me live on Wednesday. And we also took another win on Wednesday as well. Down at these lows, we took 1 L on Wednesday, and then we had 2 pretty big losses. One was 162 ticks. The other high during PM sesh was 135 ticks. And then we had a 60 tick stop loss because, as we can see, I took an entry off this 5-minute BISI down here, which had a V pattern, which, if you guys don't know, man, this V pattern is absolutely deadly. So as we can see, strong displacement down and then strong buyers buying it right back up. And what does the market leave behind? It leaves behind us a 5-minute BISI here. If we also want to get fancy on them motherfuckers, we could pull out a fib retracement tool from the low to the high. As we can see, we have fib retracement lining up with this entry, and you guys will realize that pretty much every single entry that I took this week had fib on it. And yeah, man, unfortunately on this trade, we got wicked out. As we can see, we had a fucking pretty big wick to the downside here, 140 tick wick, before coming back up to that exact level that I called out. And we ended up getting in on a 1 minute. I know it's not in like chronological order that I'm going over these trades, but it doesn't have to be. You guys can it's all the same really trading rules and same reasons why I got into like all of these trades pretty much. So use the information that I'm using for this trade. Pretty much all the other trades were the exact same because I trade the same exact strategy every single day. And yeah, as we can see, it wicked us out on our original entry up here, and then we got back in. Once we saw strong buyers step back in, I got in for the re-entry, and boom, as we can see, I just targeted just this recent like little high that we put in this little bit of structure right here. And as we can see, I'm pretty happy that we did get out there because we did end up seeing a big sell-off all the way back down, which would have stopped us out. But yeah, we got out. And what I could have done better on this trade, and this is what I originally did have, was target this high up here at like 078, because technically this is like the important structure on this move down. But the reason me taking this lower was we had this SIBI right here, right? We had a 1 minute SIBI here. And yeah, I didn't want to get caught in the potential very strong downtrend that could have happened here on Thursday. Like I said, I walked in with a very bearish bias this week. And yeah, I just wanted to play it safe and like not worry about the extra 60 ticks or whatever that we could have got. Like we can catch that in our fucking sleep if we wanted to. So yeah, entry off the 15-minute fair value gap here, and the 50-minute re-entry. And we also did have an hourly level up here, which also played very nice. I didn't take it because I wanted this lower entry to get like that sniper entry that I always get, but it didn't give it to us on the first run. But we got in on the second run down with the re-entry. Also, if we could take a look at I believe this was a Wednesday overnight trade. No, this was Thursday morning. Sorry, this was Thursday morning. So reasoning for this Thursday morning entry was market open was around here. So we saw a little bit of structure being made. It's just up and down around this market open, this New York market open. Hello. Structure being made at this New York open. And then we see strong sellers, again, strong sellers giving us that strong displacement to the downside, which is beautiful, breaking that structure we created from that New York open. And what do we leave behind? We leave behind a nice, sexy little hidden SIBI right here with that break of structure. Technically, this is the candle that broke the structure on it. And that is exactly what I took my entry off of. I let the market do its thing, bro. This is the beauty about trading with limits, right? And not being like an intuition trader like a lot of gurus out there, right? Like I actually have reasoning and I can actually explain to you guys why I take my trades. And you guys will see, I mean, you guys see right now, bro. Look at how precise my entries are. Now, if I was entering off of like momentum or like intuition in the market, bro, you would never see any trader with this good of entries, bro. But like I said, I've spent 3 years crafting my perfect strategy here, and I trade it day in, day out, bro. I've mastered it to this point. I've got it down, and it fucking works to a T, as you guys can see on every single entry that I took this week. It's literally living proof in front of you guys. And that's why I'm doing a weekly overview so y'all can see how we really rock at Swoosh Trading, bro. I can explain every single trade to you with immense detail if I really wanted to. So, yeah, and don't get me wrong, it's very simple to fucking learn and understand, but you do have to really just be paying attention. And yeah, so I let the market do its thing. Also, if we grab fib retracement tool, we can see this entry was in fib. And as we can see, I let the market do its thing. We bounced from that hourly. Saw strong buyers step in, but as you guys can see, we didn't fully tap into that consequent encroachment on this first run around. And what's crazy about this, bro, is you guys will see something pretty crazy here in a moment. But as you guys can see, it missed our original entry that we had here by literally the smallest amount right here, right? But anyways, we made the move back down, saw more accumulation on Thursday around 11 a.m. Started a very strong accumulation phase, and which will be important later on this entry. And then boom, we finally creep up to this entry that we wanted here. And boom, we take our entry off the consequent encroachment. Plus, technically, it would be considered a sweep of this high right here, right? So it swept that high, tapped into that 1 minute SIBI, which had break of structure on it. And then boom, what do I target as my take profit? Just the bottom wick of this accumulation slash chop that was right here on that Thursday 11 a.m. macro. And I basically just targeted that low right there for a nice 230 ticks on that trade. And yeah, as you guys can see, it literally continued to run all the way back down into our buy entry. So I want to point this out. We got missed on this entry by 4 ticks, right? We got missed by 4 ticks on this entry. But then on this move down, our stop loss literally got saved by 4 ticks. So our stop loss literally got missed by 4 ticks on one entry, and then it missed our stop loss by 4 ticks. So really blessed on Thursday, and yeah, super fucking blessed. I told the team, bro, I'm like, there must be like a divine power like in charge right now, because that is crazy to happen back to back. But hey, we're blessed over here at Swish Trading, bro. And we only attract the good energies, man. So yeah, like I said, we did get stopped out on this trade, I believe. No, sorry. Wednesday, we got stopped out. Thursday, we had no L's. My bad. So yeah, very solid. 230 ticks on the short, 109 ticks on the long. So Thursday, we bagged about 340 ticks in profit. And next, we're going to move to Wednesdays. And as you guys can see, Wednesday was pretty much the same exact fucking thing. Except it was off of a 15-minute level, and it had a 200 EMA lining up on it this time. And this was an overnight trade that I signaled to the team. So let me see if I can find the entry for you guys here. Let me see if I can find this for y'all boys. Yep. Okay, so this was considered an A+ setup for me. I signaled to the team in the trade alert signal, potential overnight swing, entry, stop loss, and take profit on it, and as well as reasoning for the entry there. And potential overnight swing to the team got tapped in at 4 a.m. while I was sleeping and dreaming. I was making money in my fucking sleep, bro. And as you guys can see, it played out absolutely perfectly. Entry off that 15-minute SIBI here, which had break of structure and 200 EMA lining up on it with fib. And boom, we just basically target the order block down here. Very simple. 225 ticks while we are sleeping. That's a 3.3 RR, by the way. Okay, that's a 3.3 RR. And as you guys will notice, bro, all of my trades are at least a 3-to-1 risk to reward, because I don't like that, you know, like 1-to-1 shit. I find that gambling. So yeah, like I did say, Wednesday, these trades, I trade live for free every single Wednesday, where anyone can follow my trades, and I share my screen, share my exact signals with everybody, which you can follow either on TikTok or on the free chat in our Discord. Okay, so like I said, we did originally get stopped out on this Wednesday trade by 60 ticks. Like I said, it was a 5-minute BISI here. And yeah, I think I already went over this Wednesday entry, but I got in on, let me find it here. Hold on. So after we had got stopped out off this 15-minute SIBI right here, you know, we saw strong sellers break through our stop loss that we had, and then boom, another V pattern stepped into the market here, left us behind a 1 minute inverse. It left us behind a 1 minute inverse fair value gap, which is different from a normal fair value gap, right? It's basically when price disrespects the fair value gap initially, and then it will come back down to test what's called a inverse fair value gap to continue in that direction. So that's exactly what we did here. We broke through, saw strong buyers step right back in after these sellers, left us behind a 1 minute inverse fair value gap, took entry at consequent encroachment, boom, target the highest wick up here, nice 160 ticks, and then yeah, took entry off that hourly, which I already explained. Bum, 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 bum. And then as we can see, this was Tuesday, and yeah, this is about gonna wrap it up, but Tuesday's trade was absolutely monstrous, fellas. It was a 7.3 RR trade. And you know, that is how we started off our entire week, bro. So we started off running with a very strong trade. We were already up so good on the entire week just off of this one trade. And then this set the momentum for the entire week, and we absolutely bagged. And 380 ticks, another overnight trade, which was signaled out to the team. As you guys can see, I'll show you guys the signal. Long position, potential overnight swing, A+ setup, another A+ setup this week, entry, stop loss, take profit. And yeah, it got us tapped in at like 5:30 a.m. I was still sleeping. And by the time I woke up around 8, this thing was already up 300+ ticks. So, you know, the whole team literally woke up to bread. And I'll go ahead and show you guys some of the premium member gains from this week. But yeah, entry at that 5 minute BISI here after we swept the sell side liquidity over here. And yeah, it came back down into this 5 minute with another V-shaped pattern. We saw so much of this week. Actually, it's kind of crazy now looking back on it, for real. So much of this V-shaped pattern this week, which that's money to be made on those setups here. And as you guys can see, bro, got in at the consequent encroachment. A+ setup for me again, by the way. And yeah, man, it was a very good trade. All we do is target the nearest draw on liquidity up here, which ended up being this level right here, which, you know, I called that out fucking perfectly as well. And of course, I like to get in a couple points below, set like the exact level, just so we don't get missed, or, you know, it's not like too perfect where, you know, we just don't get missed, or where we do get missed. So targeted a couple points below. We also had a little SIBI right there, so was expecting that to hold us down a little bit. And yeah, boys, 380 tick trade to start off that entire week, and I still haven't even gone over Friday's trade. So 7.2 RR. Like I said, no trades on Monday. And Friday, motherfucker. Wow. I mean, as you guys can see, market open was... New York market open was all the way down here, right? So we already saw a major sell-off during the pre-market move. And I notice when market is doing like these strong, trendy moves during pre-market, you tend to see continuation in that direction, especially if it's to the downside. So I walked into Friday with a bearish bias, and yeah, thankfully it paid off for us. Well, we didn't even catch shorts, but we stayed extremely patient in terms of catching a long. And Friday we actually did take 160 tick L. I'm trying to figure out where the entry was. I think it was right here. I believe it was here. Yeah, it was right here. We had an entry right here. I believe it was off of a 15-minute level. And this was like pretty much, I don't have the exact levels, but it was pretty much this exact level. We literally got such a good entry on it, and it did give us a good reaction. Don't get me wrong. It gave us like 200 ticks on this trade, which was signaled out not only by me, but also by David, our other trade signaler for Swish Trading, the group. And yeah, it instantly gave us a nice like 200 ticks in like 2 minutes. But I didn't move to break even on this trade and ended up just getting stopped out for a like 65 tick stop loss on this. So, you know, nothing to sweat too much about that, but stayed patient for the rest of the day after that L on Friday, 60 tick L, right? And then stayed super patient. And then we finally got into one of my like perfect areas for a swing. And like this ended up being the entire low of the week, and it might be the next low for the next month or the next couple weeks. Who knows? But this was literally my ideal long-term buying entry that I got in from. And as we can see, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what the level was. It was a 15-minute BISI here with a 5-minute BISI here. Also important. We were in fib retracement for these entries. So I was expecting a reversal sometime at these lows. As you guys can see, fib lines up with this area. So I was expecting it was more high probability that we would see a bounce down at this range, right? So got in at a 5-minute BISI that was also hidden, or that was also lining up exactly with a 15-minute SIBI. Took entry at consequent encroachment, of course. Perfect entry, virtually no drawdown on that. And yeah, man, it was pretty, the rest is fucking history. We just targeted the nearest draw on liquidity, which ended up, you know, being this high, as well as we had 200 EMA lining up with that level. So I took out my full position at 290 ticks. This ended up being about a 5 risk to reward trade. And yeah, I pretty much got out my entire position at this 200 EMA because, as you guys can see, we saw one major pullback right here. I didn't get out. I held, and it came all the way back up. Did the same exact thing. It wicked above, came all the way back down. Same thing again, came back down, started accumulating. And in this accumulation, I was like, you know what, bro? I'm just going to hop out. I don't want to risk anything. It was getting close to market close as well. It was about 3:40 p.m. And I also got in on 3 of my funded accounts. So I trade on live accounts plus a couple funded accounts with my funded futures. And yeah, got in at this 1-minute BISI here for the re-entry, not for the re-entry, but for the add-on to this trade. And as you guys can see, it just fucking ran, right? Again, if you guys want to be technical with this, it was also lining up with fib retracement, making that even higher confluence entry there. And that is our week in review, fellas. Absolutely crazy trading week. Literally took 2 L's this entire week and took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winning trades that were all signaled out. Sorry, 7 winning trades that were all signaled out to the team. And yeah, man, the whole team banked this week. I'm going to try to show you guys a little bit of the gains. Nikita said, my first week with Swisha as lifetime member. I love you, Poppy. Made $1,700 on her very first week with the group, bro. And you know, lifetime member cost is only $420, and she just made back like $1,800 her first week. Absolutely absurd. And yeah, as you guys can see, bro, I mean, the team, this could go on forever. So if you guys do want to check out our members' gains, just go ahead and join the Discord, which will be linked down below. And you guys can check out our premium member gains for yourselves. And if you guys do want to become a premium member, copy my exact trades and trade live with me every single day, all you guys got to do is click that link down below. I'll have a link to our website, and yeah, man, I'll just leave it for you guys. I mean, this is literally still from like Friday. So these gains go on and on and on. Like there's a whole week of worth of gains here. And like I said, every single day except for Monday was absolute banger because we took no trades on Monday. So yeah, man. I mean, first day in the Discord, Swisha, and he banked. And yeah, I mean, you guys can go check it out yourselves. But yeah, that's our week in review at Swoosh Trading, fellas. And yeah, man, I've been trading for the past 6 years, bro. I dedicated my entire childhood to trading, bro. I wanted this shit better, more than I wish to fucking breathe, bro. I wanted to become a successful trader. Literally dedicated my entire childhood to the charts and to this strategy and crafting my trader mindset. And you know, it's banking well. So yeah, boys, if you guys enjoyed, man, hit that sub button, and also put a like on this video so I know that I'm doing right and you guys enjoy these types of videos. And yeah, boys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.